Bryan, any thoughts on that, specifically on social media? Just, your dad, you got one kid in college and 2 high school boys. This is work you do. You've done this work before social media and after, and now you're fathering 3 digital natives,
Yeah. I think people, and rightly so, well, how can we really get down the field on this?
Yeah.
And I don't think social media is the best way to do it, but there's 3 institutions God has created to deal with the problem of sin in the world. The first is the family, then it's the government, then it's the church. And I think all 3 of these institutions have got to be moving in lockstep.
Wow.
If we're going to really see. So when we talk about the family, too often I think we look at discipleship as merely kind of spiritual. Let's teach our kids how to pray, how to have a good quiet time, share your faith, what life in the Spirit looks like. All that's great. But we don't just give them a robust soteriology. We have to give them a robust anthropology.
Yes.
So, and a part of that is the Imago Dei, and here's how we treat people, and we nip that stuff in the bud. So I say to my white brothers and sisters all the time, part of what that means is we got to learn to create awkward moments, right? When Uncle Bob, Thanksgiving, says the racially insensitive thing, create the awkward moment and nip that in the bud. So there's the family piece of it, right? And I could talk forever about that, just even teaching my kids to drive. Young men of color. And the first lesson is not, here's the gas, here's the brake, but it's what to do when you get pulled over by a cop.
Gosh.
Because I need you to come home safe. So when we talk about the talk, that's the talk that we have. The next institution is the government, right? And I got to be careful how I thread this, but I think we can agree that the kingdom of God does not fit neatly into any political party.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can exhale on that.
We can agree on this.
So,
yes.
But to not be political is to be political, right? So if you're living during Jim Crow and you're not being political, you're saying I'm fine with status quo. So you should be involved. But I don't think the scriptures allows us to a la carte our social issues.
Yeah.
Right? So show me anyone who's passionate about life in the womb, but is apathetic about that same life outside the womb. I'll show you someone who's pro-birth and not pro-life.
Yeah.
So to be pro-life means I care about life, as Tony Evans says, from womb to tomb.
Yeah.
Right? And so we utilize government and we try to, but the last one is the church, right? That new humanity and coming together and, sanctuaries should reflect dinner tables. They do reflect dinner tables. So if I want a multi-ethnic sanctuary, I got to have a multi-ethnic dinner table.
Wow.
And now that's where we're getting into relationship. And Larry Acosta says we hurt in isolation, but we heal in community. And having community with the ethnically other is just huge, right? So every time I want to otherize white people and just demonize them, the Spirit will bring up Adam and Nikki Anders, the Swedish couple we vacation with every year, or Bobby and Heather Conway.
Not just white, Swedish.
Right. White. So
white where you pronounce the H, white.
Right. But we need those relationships.
Yeah.
So I know it's not a sexy solution, but the best thing you can do coming out of this is just get into a relationship with someone who's different.